Peace and blessings to everyone. Namaste to all my Indian brothers, Hindu, and Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers. And for everyone else, many blessings to you and your family. Well, the saga continues. I'm at the gym today, and I wanted to talk about a little bit more about my experience in trucking, working with Halvor. Yes, I did say the name, Halvor. That is the company that I am now a flatbed truck driver with, OTR. Well, I've heard a lot of experience. I did a lot of YouTube interviews, a lot of YouTube research. And I see a lot of people talking about how the trucking industry, and the companies they work for are, indifferent. Well, I know I'm still new, so I don't have too much to go on. But I do believe how you introduce yourself to a company means something. Well, I introduced myself as a person that is spiritual. I've learned a lot, did a lot of research on spiritual life. I have entered the realm of being a Reiki practitioner, and I love the field that I'm in. I love working with the crystals and meditating, eating the right foods. So this whole experience for myself it's been fantastic, and I don't know if that's going to be for everyone else. But so I'm gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna talk about my trainer, Mr.P. I'm gonna talk about, some of the people I've met. I won't really say their names. I'm gonna keep them, confidentiality. I don't know if they want to be involved in a video or anything like that. This is just my experience. Well, the company Halvor that, I actually chose out of school, and like I said, they accepted my, employment, and it seems like a match made in heaven. I don't see that they recognize me as a number. I stated that in my last video. They recognize me as my name, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Halvor, for treating me as a human being and not just a number. And like I said, it's only been about 3-4 weeks that I've been with the company. I'm still in my training process. Mr. P and I, we hit it off straight from the hotel. We've been on the road together. We've accumulated about 7,200 miles together. They recommend that you do 6,000 in the first 3 weeks. I did 62, and I do believe in the first 2 weeks. I really enjoy driving a semi. I enjoy the flatbed. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. I just knew that I wanted something physical because I like to work out and keep my body in shape. But based on my eating regime, that I don't eat protein. I don't use protein. I use nuts, cauliflower. I don't eat like the normal person. I don't eat any canned goods. I don't eat any meat. And as you can see, I'm in pretty decent shape for an old guy. Not tip top, but for an old guy, I'm pretty well. And I wanted to see what I was made of. So flatbed has been it's been interesting, the tarping, dealing with the weather conditions. And Mr. P has made it very delightful. I don't know what other people experience, but for myself being a rookie, this guy, man, has been incredible. He's been dotting the I's, crossing the T's on teaching. We have great times laughing. It's been a well balance of everything, He's working on eating healthy. We talk about that. We talk about our family. We talk about, the industry of trucking. It's just not always just constant work. It's like we've been knowing each other for years. It's like a brother from another mother that I never had. So it's been a great experience, and I got to credit Halvor for actually hiring this guy. You know, so I'm gonna give you a story. You know, and it was something he mentioned to me, and I hope he doesn't feel, you know, that I'm putting anything out there. But I'm just going to tell you how this company is, and how they treat their employees that work hard. That's the key. Remember, when you go to a company, what I have established, I hope you establish in your own. Well, I believe in hard work. I'm almost 50 years of age, and I believe in keeping myself in shape and honoring who I am as a human being, because it's your first experience in meeting this man. So this individual was telling me about something that happened, and I'm going to be a little bit discreet because I didn't ask his permission to put his story out there. So, but I'm gonna just say something happened to him while he was driving a truck that would cause most people to get fired. Well, he didn't get fired. And the reason he didn't get fired is because Halvor has this thing when they really care about safety. And safety is very important. It should be important in every trucking company. I hope, I don't know. But I will say this. I know for a fact Halvor is really on that safety. And I like that because I want to make it home when it's time to make it home to my family, and I don't want to hurt nobody on that road. I got a great deal of respect for these semis, and I got a great deal of respect for each and every human being that's traveling on that road, because they're trying to make it home too. Even if they're not driving the same speed as myself, but they're still trying to make it to a destination, and I want to see them get there safely and not have any harm done by myself to them. So, he didn't get fired. And the reason he didn't get fired is because the big boss asked one question: how is his safety? And his safety was very, very well. They go by a number scale, and he had a high number, okay? And I won't go more in details into this, you know, right now, but I'll go later if someone asks questions about it. Well, his score is pretty high. Well, my score is really high right now because I'm still new, and I learned all about it because Halvor do have cameras in their trucks. They have the out-facing camera and the side-facing camera, and they're pretty cool. They really do a good job of monitoring you and your safety, and they really are to protect the driver. They don't have the driver-facing camera. It's there, but it's blocked out. And if you don't like it, or if you maybe want to cover it over a piece of tape, by all means, go for it. I believe it would be okay. So I was surprised that he didn't get fired for what he had told me he had done. And I really started having like an understanding that this company really do care about safety, okay? And everybody that I met, okay, they carry a sense of, you know, integrity about them, okay? Everybody's different, so everybody's integrity level is going to be different. But the integrity that they carry is, hey, how are you doing? And they get to know you. They actually called me. They don't call you like ridiculously or religiously, but they call to see how you're doing and checking up on you. I met with my trainee manager. He asked me, did I want to do another week? If I wanted to do another week of training, go for it, you know, because safety is important when you're here on these roads, guys. This company, you know, they do. I've talked to a lot of people in the terminals. I've been to 3 terminals. I've been to South Bend, Superior, Rosemount, and every terminal that I've been to, people treat you real nice. You know, the truckers talk. You know, people laugh, they joke, and they greet you. No one ever really acts standoff towards you. You know, they'll talk to you. And a couple guys I've talked to, and there's quite a few million mile drivers. I think I'm saying that correct. They got like a plaque of wall, and Halvor is a smaller company, no more than maybe 600 drivers. and it's like they got 100 million, between 1 million, 2 million, and maybe 3 million, maybe 100 drivers like that. So there's some lucrativeness here. There is some history here. There is some integrity of how drivers are staying there. That's what I'm trying to get to as a point. Drivers are staying with this company. And what I have found to be, that's the kind of company I want to be at. You know, if they allow me to do my job, you know, let me get home at a reasonable time. And my trainer, he likes to stay out there. He likes to run. So he likes to stay out a month and maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month and a half. And then he goes home for like 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I'm doing that. I'm on that break now, okay? I've been home for about maybe a week. Figured out, get some, gym time in, work out a little bit. Makes use of the time that I'm home, spending time with my family. They're doing the home working thing, so I'm gonna work on this body and keep myself strong. And Mr. P, it's like he doesn't try to force you to do anything. He wants to know if you want it. And most of the time I hear a lot of people talk on YouTube and they say, ask a lot of questions. Well, I've been asking so many questions that I feel like I ran out of questions to ask. And Mr. P has been answering all of them. So if you're thinking about, and I'm not trying to recruit anybody, but if you're thinking about Halvor, remember, you can't really base it upon myself, but I am giving you a little experience of myself and what I'm going on. But if you're thinking about Halvor, and if you want a trainer, I think Mr. P is by far the best trainer that I've experienced, and I never really had no experience with training. So he's been giving me the best experience I can ask for. I mean, the guy has been helpful. He's been delightful. We have fun. We laugh. I mean, we've actually went on our own and started teaming, together to reach a goal. Because I'm only making a certain amount of money no matter what. So he's still making a little money, based on what he's doing with myself. And I wanted to help him do that. I wanted to help him make some money to see, hey, how would they treat this man? How did this money work? So he shares his check with me. He let me see how much money he can make. And I thought that was awesome that he even would do that. Most people don't want you to know. He's not talking to me to be, what do you call it, lease operator, owner operator, because he's a company guy like myself. And being a company guy, he runs. Like I said, we run together. In Halvor, we've been running approximately 11 hours a day. I thought maybe in flatbed that you would, you get, between hours, we work on day hours. So there's some night driving in Halvor. There's night driving where you might drive till like 3 o'clock in the morning, then you get to a rest stop or a truck stop. And, there's a lot of other things that I have not talked about when it comes to Halvor. Like they have a booklet or a folder that is basically you are doing a questionnaire on your training experience, and the trainee is doing a questionnaire on you. And they have a sheet of paper where you have to do approximately like 50 backs within your training time with being there. Well, I kind of like the backing thing. I'm not really worried about, people watching and all that. Let them watch. Give them something to see, I guess. But it's been fun. I mean, I don't know what other people go through, like I said once before, but for myself and my first experience in trucking, Halvor has made this experience fantastic, guys. I mean, literally, I couldn't ask for any better experience. And I'm glad that, the blessings of the stars and the universe allowed Halvor to open the doors and receive my energy and allow me to be myself. Because it seems like all they really want is you to be safe, do your job, be responsible, and like all companies want, be on time. I mean, I understand that being on time. I mean, you know, we move America. So if we're late, come on, everything becomes late. The whole product becomes late. The shipment, everything falls behind. So being on time is very important. That's being a professional. That's why they call us professional drivers. We supposed to calculate the trip plan and, you know, understand when not to drive in the weather conditions. And Halvor Line works with you on that. And it's been, you know, I got some winter driver in. It's been a great experience. So the company I'm working for, you know, is an introduction video letting you know that I am a flatbed driver for Halvor Line, and this journey that I would be on would be with Halvor Line, and I'm thankful to be there. And if you watch this video, Halvor Line, thank you for letting me be part of your team.